Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
From the 41, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now it's Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll have, oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Corey Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. McCann's got it teed up. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Winston. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this, but I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
1st down, New Orleans.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Over the middle to Smith. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Winston to give, it's Kamara. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now it's 2nd and 9. Jameis to throw it. A check down here to Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Winston. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. He gets it complete to Harris. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Play fake. Winston. He'll buy some time right. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Jameis again. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down now, it's Hawkins. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Winston. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
26 Mike. Wild Bill. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Charlie. Just like that.
Here's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the second half with Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Winston. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
On 3rd down, Winston. He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 11 now. Working out of the gun, Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Winston from the gun on third down. Steps away to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Winston. And Callaway taking it in left side. A first down throw for Winston. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Again, it's Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
His kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop. Second and 8 coming up.
56, 64, weak. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 56, go.
Now Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The tackle by Quincy Williams. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
45, 45, 45.
Throwing, Winston. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's Winston. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On the counter, here's Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
2nd and 2.
Here we go, get off the field. 57, Mike.
And here's Kamara on the read option. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the 2-point conversion.
45, Here we go.
Winston to throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. That's complete to Troutman right side. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it, and I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Now Wilson on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. That's brought in by Davis over the middle.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Saints will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
57, come on. 57, come on. Let's go. We got to step it up. 57.
Winston here to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. From the gun, Winston. He's going to go up top again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Marcus May with a pick. And the Jets are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Here we go again. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. He's going to try and go deep again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Marcus May with a pick. And the Jets are right back in this football game. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here. The quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center, because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down, and that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
57 is the mic. Watch 57. Defense wins championship, baby.
Jameis to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in